Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this video I am going to show you my certified copies of CA final examination May 2024 both groups. So this was the mail that was sent by the ICI. I have arranged this document. So as you can see I have summarized marks from each domain. So the MCQ links there is no need to open, the marks are right there. I'm going to show the descriptive portion one by one. So let's start with FR. So in FR I got 35 marks out of 70 marks. You can see I attempted the paper from question number 2, so this is the MCQ workings. There is no marks for MCQ workings. You can move just right ahead. So this is the first question of dark limited. I attempted this question entirely wrong. I attempted this question from the perspective of dark limited, but this question was asked from the perspective of bright limited. So as you can see, after writing the answer for quite some pages, I realized that the question was asked for bright limited, so I changed it, but I didn't get any marks. Still I got 4.5 out of 10 marks in this question, so can't really complain. I had started the question very wrongly. So this is the second question. I have been awarded 2 out of 4. This is correct, but I don't know where marks were deducted. I think I left out some points. So this is question number 3. I received 8 out of 7. So this is particularly very good question. This particular figure I think I calculated wrong, so 1 marks were deducted, and it is fair. 7 out of 8 is not bad marks. I calculated this portion extra, so this was not evaluated. I think it was not evaluated, or directly they get cross marks because it was not required. So question number 3B, I got 5.5 out of 6, so this is also very good. Don't know where 0.5 was deducted, but still okay, acceptable. Question number 4A, I received 7.5 out of 8, and this is also very good marks. You can see still 0.5 is deducted in my marks every time, so this particular entry was mistake, so okay, I'll take it. Question number 4B, I received 2 out of 6. This was a theory question about government grants, so first point I got right. I think the third one I got wrong. The second one I got right. So out of 3 questions I got 2 right, but I got only 2 marks, so I don't know why. Question number 5 I skipped. Question number 6, I received 3 out of 5 in this question. This is also very good. About theory question about cloud computing, I got every point right. I received 3 out of 5, not bad. So question number 6B, this was about impairment, yes, so I received 3 out of 5. This question also I did something wrong here. Regards question number 6, I did not know anything about this question. I did it just like this. And I received 0.5. so this is the lesson that we learned. You should not skip any question, you have to attempt everything. So even if you get 0.5, it is good marks. So the balance sheet, I had absolutely no time to do this. I had about 5 minutes to do this, so I just copied the figures whatever I could do. So I received 0 marks for this. These are the MCQ workings which are not relevant, so I think I should move on to the next subject, which is AFM. Let's move on right ahead. I received 35 marks. I think I did pretty good in this subject. I expected nothing but an exemption, but let's see what happened wrong. So in question number, okay, these are the MCQ workings, not relevant. So these are the descriptive answers. Question number 2, I did completely wrong. I got 0 out of 6. Look, listen, in this question I had some doubts, so I also provided an alternative solution about, but I got both of them wrong. So this was the first 15 or 20 minutes of my examination. I completely wasted those. I got 0 marks. Still, okay, question number 2b, I got 2 out of 4. So I got something wrong. Okay, I got dividend on for GDR. I got that wrong. I'll take it. So question number 2c, I got 4 out of 4. So this was a purely mathematical question, nothing to do with finance. Question number 5, the first question I got 4 out of 8. So this was a question of portfolio management. I got sigma xy wrong. I don't know how. So marks have been deducted. Question number 5b, I received 6 out of 6. So this was a question of intrinsic value of the stock, and I got full marks for this question. So this was another question. No, this is the same question of optimal. Okay, this is question number 6, a completely different question. I received 8 out of 8 marks in this question. This is very long question. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. Okay, you can consider this 3 pages long question, and I received 8 out of 8. It is very simple question. Question number 6c, I did not know anything about the question. I just attempted it and I did wrong. So question number 3 and question number 1 is remaining, I think. So in question number 3, I got the first question completely wrong. This one, the examiner snatched my paper when I was writing this. So I could not complete this equation. This was the right equation actually. So question number 3b, I got full marks. This was a theoretical question. I had remembered the points. So the question number 1, I received 7 out of 14. First question I received 2 out of 6 I received. So the expected return portion is correct and the judgment is correct, so I received some marks. Question number 1b, I got 4 out of 4. So this is also again mathematical question, not so much related to finance. And this is the last question of question number 1c, I got 1 out of 4. So this is just me writing nonsense on the paper and getting 1 mark. So these are the MCQ workings. One question was wrong in the MCQ. I think I have noted it down somewhere on the paper, but no, I think it's in the MCQ portion. There was one MCQ that was wrong actually. So yeah, the question is wrong. I have also circled it in this page. So inflow should be 2,73,000, but in none of the options given in the question it matches. So I think in MCQ we have been given some grace internally. I have no idea. So let's move on to the third subject. It is audit, and I have received 23 in the descriptive part, 24 in the MCQ part. Also I have received 4 marks of grace, which was received by each student of the ICI, because I think the current paper was slightly tough. Okay, so audit, we start from question number 1. FR and AFM, we cannot start from question number 1 because there are very lengthy questions. Audit, you can start. Even though those questions are wrong, I don't think I needed to quote essay 210 here. I don't. Audit, it is very hit and trial. If you find actually which clause or which section or which essay is applicable, then you will get the marks. So in this question, it was asked to draft the emphasis of matter paragraph. Me being stupid that I am, I also drafted the opinion and basis of opinion paragraph. There were no marks for those. So for the opinion part, I got marks. So this is question number 1b. I received 2 out of 5. I should have elaborated on that emphasis of matter paragraph portion. Rather, I did something mistake there. So question number 1c, it is completely wrong. Even you can see that I left some space here. I wrote this when I completed my paper. Only the first point was written in the first attempt. So question number 2A, I received 2 out of 5, which is not bad. So I have explained type 1, type 2 report, and I also told you that type 2 report is applicable in the circumstances. And so that's it. I received 2 marks. Question number 2B also I received 2 marks. So this is about professional ethics. So the points are correct generally, but I think I made something because step 2 marks is missing. I got 2 marks. So question number 2C I received 3 marks. So the examiner is given a question mark here because it was not necessary. I could have written these points below and I could have received the marks, but yes, so I only received 2 marks for these points, and I think one got I don't know, I got 3 marks. So 3 marks, even though for this question mark he has given 1 marks, examiner has given 1 mark, so that is very commendable. I should have written this answer in the below points. Question number 4A I received 3 out of 5. So I have also underlined the keywords, and I have written the answer in points. So it is fairly good presentation, and writing also is legible, not so bad. So I have gotten 3 marks in this. Question number 4B I have received 3 marks again. So assurance engagement and comparison engagement, some differences, and also about SQC1. So this question I expected full marks, but I have not written anything incorrect here, but I think something was missing, so I only received 3 marks. Question number 4C I wrote the principle wrong. I think the principle was principle 1, but this I elaborated principle number 6, so I received no marks. Question number 5A I received again 2 marks. This is fair because I don't think I went word to word with this question. Question number 5B being the treatment question. I never realized how I was supposed to answer this question, because I think the way I presented the answer, I did something wrong. I got some marks for this associated because I wrote equity method or whatever. So I received 2 marks. Still, I cannot complain actually about every single marks I have received in audit, because I genuinely expected that I would not pass in this paper. So I received 51 marks. That is a very big thing for me. I cannot complain about the marks. Still, question number 5C I got 1 marks. So this is about nuclear. Question number 6A I knew nothing. Question number 6B I wrote something, but it was not relevant. So if this is about audit, if you don't know the points and you start writing nonsense, you'll get no marks. So rather than writing nonsense, you should try to remember, because if you remember 1 point in all this time, if you need to just 1 point, then you'll get 1 marks instead of writing everything and getting 0 marks. Try to remember the correct points. So that is one tip I would like to give you for audit. Question number 6C I received 1 out of 4 for writing the correct clause and writing the correct conclusion. I think I made something again in this question, whatever was asked. Audit is pretty, it can be like that sometimes. So this was the thing that I have to remember. So if I cannot remember something suddenly, then I'll write it here, and after attempting some questions, if I have time left, then I'll look at this, then I'll try to remember. I'll go there, I'll look there, I'll try to solve. That is how I'll try to do it. Let's move to DT directly. I received 28.5. DT went pretty good, but I think I solved some questions wrong. I have to see what happened. I have also not seen what I have done in this paper. So let's start directly with question number 2. So even in DT also 1 hour is not commendable. You should start from question number 2. So question number 2A I received 2 marks. Something went wrong here. I cannot tell what happened. So answer is right, but in calculation I did something wrong. Okay, so index cost I calculated wrong and so I received some marks, no problem. Question number 2A I received absolutely no marks, because I did something wrong. Yes, sir. The conclusion is also wrong. Provision is also wrong. So how am I supposed to get an answer? Question number 2b also I received 1 marks because I determined the poem wrong. I received everything. I did everything wrong. There is right marks for fee for technical services because I calculated the correct amount of TD. Question number 3. So I received 3.5 out of 4 in this question. So this is about charitable trust. I am actually very good at those. So I did everything right. I pointed out each part of the answer so that they could not deduct marks, but somehow they have deducted marks. My god. Out of 4 I received 3.5. I'll have to take it. So question number 382 I received 1 in this registration of trust. So this was procedural question. So how is a student supposed to remember everything including application part, procedural part? I don't actually devoted much time for this. Question number 3b I received 1.5 out of 6. I actually expected nothing but at least 5 marks in this question. I did something wrong. I calculated the house property wrong because I gave deduction for municipal taxes, but that I am supposed to do that. I don't know what I did wrong in this question. I'll have to do this question once again. So everything is wrong. I got no marks. Relief is wrong. Indian rate is wrong. Everything is wrong. This also is equal to. So for is equal to, I think I've been getting 0.25, 0.2 like that. That has been summing up. Question number 4A1. I've received 1 out of 3. This is fairly theoretical question. Question number 482. I've received 1 out of 3. So TDS rate have been wrong. Okay. Question number 482. 482 I received 483 I received 2 out of 2. So TDS amount is correct. Calculation is correct. Judgment is correct. And question number 4b I received 5 out of 6. So this was about functional transfer pricing question. So I was fairly confident in this. I don't know what I miss in these questions. Everything I have done right, and I'm been missing 1 mark, 0.5 marks every time. I think I should check the suggested answers of those who got full marks in those questions, and I'd have to realize that is way too much tedious. I've passed now. I don't think I'll do that. Question number 6A1 I got 2 out of 6. This is about professional ethics. This was also fairly explained, but marks have been minimum. Question number 6A2 is 1 out of 5. Is also one part I got right. Question number 6B I got absolutely no marks. Okay, so I think question number 1 is left. So there is no marks here again. Question number 1 I got some adjustments right. Because of that I got about 7.5 out of 14. I think I'd like to, yes, I got 7.5 out of 14. So I got some adjustments right. I think I got the tax wrong. Let's see. Yeah, I got everything right almost, but capital gains I did wrong. Total income tax, so that if you don't calculate the total income correctly, naturally you will get the tax and everything wrong. So this is all about DT. Now only 2 papers are left. This is IDT. Let's do IDT quickly. I received 33 marks in IDT. Let's start quickly. So question number 2 I received 3 out of 5. So in this paper I did MCQ very badly. I only received 10 marks. So the 33 that I've received from this is it's been a blessing, nothing but a blessing. Also I think I received 1 marks of grace in IDT. I'll check that later. So question number 2A I received 3 marks. So I got the discount portion wrong. Okay, so discount portion was wrong, but the rest of the question I've calculated correctly, so I received 2 marks. Question number 2B is also correct, but the interest part is wrong. So question 2B I have received 3 marks. Okay, this was the gaming question, I think. Yeah, this was the this was very, I think those who did the RTP, they did very good because they had seen the question, but those who did not do the amendment, this was brand new question. This was very new question for me. I did it out of the top of my head. I received 3 marks. I'm actually very happy that I received good marks in this question because this was a very tough one. Question number 2C, I received 1.5 out of 4. So I got demurrage and seller cost incorrect. I will take it. Question number 3A, I got 2 out of 5. This was about hoarding boards. Okay, so this was a place of supply. Very tough question, but I did good. I think I received 2 marks, so that is very good. But the second part I got wrong, so I received only half marks, and also the third one I got wrong. 2 marks is actually very graceful in this scenario. Question number 3B, I received 5 out of 5. This is the case of value of supply, so I was very confident about this question. So about the personal guarantee by a director, this is question number 3C, I got 3 out of 4. This is also a good question. I got something, I missed one step, so got something wrong here also. Is okay. Question number 4B, 2 out of 5. This is wrong. I didn't even attempt the entire. Oh, I did it here, but and I got 1 marks. But question number 4C was accidentally missed. So 4C I missed it somewhere. 4C, did I get marks? Yes, I got 1 marks for 4C. It will come later. So this is question number 5A. I received 3.5 out of 5. So the pre-trip, oh my god, this was, I was very confident about this question. I don't think I calculated it wrong, but okay, so I calculated the portion correctly, but yes, the rate of refund I calculated wrong, so I got 0.5 was only deducted. So this is very good actually. Only 0.5 was deducted for, no 1.5 is deducted. Oh, that is good. So question number 5B, I got 2 marks. I don't know why I got 2 marks. I only see crossing marks. Okay, so here I got time limit and amount to be paid correct, so I got 2 marks. Okay, question number 5C, I got absolutely 0 marks, so there is no need to even see this. Question number 4C, that was missed. I got 1 mark. So even if you miss the question, there is, I think that sometimes, so I have heard that you have to attempt all questions serially, otherwise you will not get marks. So you should attempt question number 2 first, then after that you should attempt question number 3, like that. But even if sometimes things like this happens, you will get your marks, don't worry. This is question number 1. I received 4 marks. I did this in last, it was, but this credit calculation sometimes bothers me very much. I sometimes get very much frustrated in this calculation, so I just calculated the cash tax and I left this question. So let's move on to the last subject very quickly. This is the IBS. I think I got the best marks out of all in this. Total I received 70 in MCQ, that resembles 44 marks, and the remaining 26 marks is covered from MCQ. So the first question I got 10 out of 15. So let's see the question very quickly. These first question, these were found in question bank CDC, so I found them and I did them very quickly. Question 1.6, 3.5 out of 5. Question or 1.7, 2 out of 5. I think I did something wrong. Yes, absolutely, I did something wrong here, and some marks were deducted. This question 1.8 was very good question. I think I have to receive full marks, but I somehow didn't. I got 0.5 marks deducted. I don't know why I get 0.5 marks deducted in every question. I think there is something wrong in me that 0.5 marks is lost every time. So this is question number 2. I received 12 out of 15. This is very good. The first question I got 5 out of 5. I think this question was in the question bank, figure to figure, so I didn't even need to bother about it. This question was slightly new because about currency risk. There was no question as such. I wrote this out of the question book. question correct concept book. I even drew this chart and whatnot. I ticked on the selective aging, and I also wrote that selection of proper method to hedge currency risk can also be understood with the help of above diagram and whatnot. So question number 2.8, I got 5 out of 5. So this question was not in the question bank, but this is a fairly easy question. It was about applicability of internal audit. So I wrote the provisions and company by company I tackled each company and I gave the judgment. So I received full marks. Question number 3, I received 9.5 out of 15. So first question I received 5 out of 5. This question was in the question bank, but figures were changed, so I had to do some calculation. It was slightly tedious, but nonetheless I didn't have to work my brains on that question. This is very the cumulative catch-up question. You can do it, but it will take you about 30 to 40 minutes to do this question, and you only have 10 minutes in the exam also, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm glad that I found the similar question in the question bank. Question number 3.7, I received 1.5 out of 5. So I think I missed a step completely. That question I was asking. Sometimes I do that. Question number 3.8, I received 3 out of 5. So this was about order. I found it in the book. I found the provision. I wrote everything. Even the judgment is correct, but middle portion something went back. So question number 4, I received 12 out of 15. Again, this is a very good question. This was about total income. Very easy question. I think I should have received full marks in this question. Where did marks get deducted? Okay, 100 remittance to non-resident without deduction of TDS. Okay, I said for non-resident it should be 100% disallowed. I don't know. I think I read the question wrong. So taxable income came wrong. And one adjustment was wrong. So 2 marks were deducted. I'll take it. I have no other option. Question number 4.7, I received full marks. So this is about equivalent annual cost. Fairly easy question. I also prepared the statement. So somebody was telling me this question was about product life cycle. I was actually very depressed, because I thought this was a fairly easy question about the machine life and how much year it should be replaced. So I think instead of product life cycle costing, it should be equivalent annual cost. So I did that and I got full marks. So I'm pretty happy right now. Whoever did that PLC method, I think he should be very he should be very sad right now. I think I'll take it. No worries. Question of 4.8, I received 2 out of 3. So this is also very good. 15% standard. So this is about charitable trust. So and no way I'm going to do any mistake in charitable trust. That is just not happening. So these are the MCQ workings, and this is the last image. So this way I have shown you every page of my RTI. Also you can check these marks are correct. So you can pause the video at any point and you can see the paper if you want to see how marks have been awarded. So you can see, if you log into this, you'll say you get the marks right here, 20 marks that I have received. So I have already written these marks right here. So these are the marks that I received in MCQ. And regarding grace, I received 4 marks grace in audit, and also I received 1 mark grace in IDT. So total 5 marks grace I received. 120 marks in MCQ, 199 in the descriptive portion. Total 5 marks of grace I received. So my total came to 324 marks. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you again in the next episode. Thank you very much.